Hello YouTube, this is the Checkitdude on Checkitube on YouTube with snipergaming.org. Today we have episode 7 in our Myst series, and it is the most exciting episode yet of this Myst series. Lots of discoveries here. We had gone to another world, and we had managed to come back, and we managed to put a page into one of these books. Now, at the other world we came from, the one we were at, there was a page for the other book as well. I don't recall which one we brought home, if we brought home the red or the blue. Before this video is over, we're going to go back to that world again and get the other page that's there. I believe we're going to do that. And even though we talked about not doing it, I think we should feel our way and keep bringing back these pages to get more of the video before we commit to finishing either one of the books there. But the world we went to was the world we got to. I call it the fortress world. It may be called something else, but you get there. This is the portal. You see, we solved that gear. It's up there. You're following along. You remember. But when we came back, what we said we were going to do was we weren't going to go to any more new worlds until we combed through these through these books and learned more, so we're ready for some of these worlds. It's a lot of reading some of this. I really wish that they would let you cut and paste and put in a document to have access to it without having to be standing here in this library. I'd print it out and put it in a book right near my computer, so it's accessible. We're going to go online later and look and see if anybody has done that. Put all that text into some sort of format we can harness and grab. So we in addition to looking at the books today, we are going to get some of these other worlds ready to go. I'm assuming that once we go in here in the spaceship, I'm assuming that there's going to be another world we can go to from there. But we're going to stop shy of actually going, but we're going to get things ready. So we're going to get one of these ready today. I think we'll go down to the tree and the boiler room first. And because I know we started the boiler and it was going to take time for the boiler to get up to the needle up well, there we go, the needle still hasn't come up. Don't know why. I thought it would have been up by now. Maybe it doesn't come up. It's turning on all the way. Evidently, oh yeah, the needle's moving. You just have to keep turning it. Alright, there we go. There we are. Now, you hear that noise, right? And the needle going up and down. That's pressure going up and down. So it's like steam powered or something, and there's some kind of mechanical device. It's got to be the tree outside that's moving or something. I was hoping that it would show here, but it doesn't show anything here. You still can't click this picture. So let's go take a look at what we did. As you recall, the way we got this boiler started was we got the combination for the safe, and in the safe are matches. All right, you may recall that. Now we're getting back to and it looks like we're getting ready to go to another world already. And let's take a look. I think that it's hard to get where you want to go in this game, that's for sure. I'm trying to get over there to that tree. There we go. Now that's something new right there. That break in the tree. Don't recall that. Is there a button? Can we go around the tree? Click over here, nothing. Click over here, nothing. No buttons, nothing. Click out. Click out one more. Hopefully we can turn around and get a better look at things. Look up. It won't let you look up. Well, let's play with that a little bit more here. Let's try. That's on all the way. Let's go off. 1, 2, 3. Let's say we'll go off 5 clicks. See what happens. Nothing. Well, let's go extreme and oops, turn it completely off, and then we'll run outside during all that banging and see what's going on. Watch it live time. Coming down. Okay, here we go. Look at that. What is that? The tree's going down. Turn the boiler on, it pushes the tree up. And the tree is an elevator. Right? Yeah, I don't want to get in there though. Not ready to go anywhere. Well, that's semi-solved. I don't know how to make the elevator stop here yet. And I could guess that it's I don't want to start playing with sequencing all day again, but I can guess that maybe if you turn this boiler on just a little bit, it'll just come up just a little bit. I'm going to wait for that PSI needle to move just a little bit. There we go. Let's go out and see. Not enough. Well, the needle's up all the way. We'll go up until we hear the thing start moving just a little bit out there. When we hear it move once, we will stop turning this. Go. Come on. No. So, well. So there is no way that we know of to, I think what we have to do is jump in there, and maybe there's controls once you get in. Jump in when it's going by, but again, I'm not ready to go in there. We'll come back to it after we either find something about it or we don't find something about it. So let's go to the map and see what other worlds we can semi get ready and start playing with. We turn this. Let's do the spaceship. Now, if my notes are right, well, now the tower's pointing towards the spaceship. We should be able to go up there and get the key to the spaceship, which we've done, and I'm almost positive it's 59 volts. But just as a reminder, or for some of you who just may be joining in, we're going to show you how to do it. All right, first, this is actually a switch. It doesn't look it. See, it's a picture of a staircase. The bookcase turns into a staircase. That's the bookcase. These stairs. Watch. All right. And now this bookcase to my right is going to turn into a staircase. At the same time, the door to get out of this building closes. There's the door out. You can't get out right now. But to go up and get the key for the spaceship, you got to go up into the tower, into this elevator. The elevator goes to the top of the tower. Alright. Alright, now, then right away you come out of the elevator and there's this ladder with a book. I don't know what the book actually means, but I know what this ladder is for. It shows that the tower is pointing at the spaceship. Right? The tower rotation control down in the library is what we grab with our hand to spin this window so it's pointing at the spaceship. Now, there's a secret to the spaceship, and to get the secret, you have to point the tower at the spaceship, and then 180 degrees across on the other side of the tower, you see the gap in the construction of this tower, and there's a gap here that spins along the wall, and at this point, while it's pointing at the spaceship, the gap opens up so you can see this plaque. That's the key to the spaceship. That's the secret you need to do. You need to know to do something with that spaceship, and we don't know what that something is yet. So you walk around the ladder, you walk around the elevator to the other ladder, and it says the key. That means the key is up here. So you will climb this ladder, and there's that plaque, and the secret to the spaceship is 59 volts. All right. Now, because we explored a little bit earlier, and we were at the spaceship, if you were with us in the earlier episodes, you would know that we have discovered that there's electrical lines running to the spaceship. And the spaceship door does not open. And evidently we're going to need electricity to have that spaceship door open. And maybe to fly the spaceship. So we need 59 volts to get to that spaceship to operate anything in there. Let's see here. Right. Oops. And to shut the door, to open the door and to return this bookcase back into its original form, you do that, touch that, it's a switch, and the staircase turns back into a bookcase. And the door opens up so you can escape. Alright, the spaceship is over here. You can see there's circuit breakers connecting. The marker switch is on already. See the spaceship, the door won't open. But when we get 59 volts, so we're going to follow this electrical line back to a building that goes to this, oops, bear with me when I try to click us where we really want to go. This building here, the wire runs to that. Let's click our way down there and see the wire coming here. There's generators downstairs. There's a ladder there with the circuit breaker that might have to be thrown, and then another circuit breaker later on. Alright, let's get in this building. Go down these stairs. The creepy music. Into the generator control room. Okay, there's 10 generators, one switch for each generator. Here's the power we have, and then the power to the spaceship. This is another puzzle. Okay, we have to get 59 volts on this meter, right, on the right meter, power to spaceship. So each generator must have a certain output. 10. Alright, so I guess we got to get 59 to read here, and then hopefully to read there also at that point. Alright, this puzzle is just complex enough where, or maybe more complex than I realize, we're going to actually have to treat this with a little bit of respect. And we're going to have to write the values down for each generator and find a combination that'll get us to 59. I think that's the way to go here. Alright, let's take a look. These are numbered again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down vertically, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down vertically. Alright, so generator 1 gives us 10 volts. 1 is worth 10. Two is worth 7. When they're by themselves, they're 10 and 7. Let's see if together they make 17. They do, okay. That's good. 3 is worth 8. 4 is 16. 5 is a nickel. 5 is 5. 6 is 1. 7 is 2. Jeez. What an odd number that has to be. 8 is 22. 19 is 9. Alright, we have our values written down on a piece of paper. 59. Got it. 22. Had it. And the 41. And 19 is 41. And then 51. And 59. So 1, 3, 8, and 9. Switches 1, 3, 8, and 9 should do it. That was much easier than I thought. I just decided to use that 22, and the rest came pretty easy. 1, 3, 8, and 9. That should be 59. Now what happens? 59 volts. But how do you get that number to transfer over here? I don't think there's anything in this room. There's no other button. Clicking down, trying to look lower. Nothing doing. Look to the left. Well, let's just try the circuit breakers on top of the telephone poles. We have 59 volts here. Maybe this gauge has some. This gauge may be reading the voltage over at the spaceship itself. There may be wires over at the spaceship that run all the way over to this gauge, and all we have to do is turn the power on over there. So let's come on out of here. Now, I thought I remembered from playing this years ago that there was something down behind that building. There's the generator building. I thought there was something down here. You can walk around that building, and I thought there was something. I want to look. Maybe that's what it was this ladder. Maybe there wasn't anything besides that. That's all I see so far is ladder. Obviously, that's the obvious thing. We're going to go up there in just a couple seconds. I just want to make sure there's nothing else first. Alright, I tried clicking everywhere and I can't seem to see anything else. So let's break that down. And then let's go up to the next ladder. Way up here. And it won't let me walk that way. I've got to go this way. And then take a left on this path. And walk up there. And right there I see another ladder and probably another circuit breaker. Now, I bet you that made a different noise than the other one. Just a click instead of a thunk. The other one went thunk. This one's going click. Alright. Let's go over and try clicking on that spaceship door. Alright, we did it. And just to be sure, just to confirm, come on. We're going to go down in that basement, and now that we've thrown these two breakers on top of these telephone poles, for lack of a better word, we should see this probably has 59 and 59 now. There we go. So there's your wattage for turning the generators on, and you have to throw the breakers to get the power to the spaceship at the same, it's the same value, and that's what gives you juice over there. So that's that was quick and easy. That was really surprisingly very easy. It wasn't so easy years ago. We did turn that on, and I remember that. Now the question is, do we want to even go in that spaceship? Because I don't remember what's in there, and I'm afraid we're going to get I'm afraid we'll get transported to another world that I'm not ready for. But this looks like a switch, so it looks like you can go in there without being automatically transported. You'd have to do something first. So let's go ahead and stick our big toe in the water here, and there we go. And there's stuff here. Looks like 5 sliders and a switch. And on the other side we have a pipe organ. And it is Sunday morning, so it's a good place to be. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Rock and roll. Hoochie coo. Alright. Well, we know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh. That sounds like we're running the organ. Let's put all these at a value and see what happens. So it looks to me like we have to play a song, right, on this organ to make something happen. And I really think the answers are going to be in the library. So let's not dwell on that anymore for now until we're ready to read. We came across some dates and times. I don't recall where that was. I have the note here. It says boat on deck. So the boat on deck. That boat. Oh, I remember. All right. When the tower was pointing to the boat on the deck, we got a key. It was a key. That's what it was. And I'm just to refresh your memory. This is what we did. We went up to the tower. Went up to the tower. And the tower was pointing at the boat on the deck. Yes, that's what it is. That one right there. And one moment, we'll try this again. Right. Right there. tower is now pointing to the boat out by the dock. Alright, now let's go up into the tower and confirm it and I'll show you where we got that key. It's probably coming back to you by now, or probably came back to you quicker than it came back to me. But, this should be pointing at the boat in the water that sunk. See it out there? So the key for that secret is 180 degrees across the tower. There's a plaque on the wall, and when the tower rotates and points towards the boat, the gap opens up 180 degrees away on that wall over there, and that's the key over there. And that's where we found those dates. So the date is for the boat. Right, here's the key. Those are the dates, and I have them written down here. So, let's go open up that boat world. That would be either alright. Some of this I remember, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think I remember. I'm going to tell you what we figured out, and then I'm going to tell you what I remember. The memory came back at some point. First, open the door, let me out of here. Wrong one. That one. Okay. We were looking at these, and they all got different ones, right? And you can one see it's red when you highlight it, and when you click it, it's green. They are switches, and we noticed from looking on the tower rotation map that all these 8 things, each one of these pillars has a corresponding box on stilts. And when you turn on the tower rotation map, or when you turn on this marker switch, all these things, 8 pillars and 8 boxes with stilts, and this bird bath and this model boat, they all turn on the tower rotation map. So these things are all together, right? It's all one thing. Now in here, like I said, is the model boat. This looks exactly like the basket sticking out of the water over there on the dock, but a smaller scale. We raise this little model boat, and it magically will raise the mother boat in the big harbor, and that's in that boat is something. I don't remember. I think a book. But through pawing through the books in this library over here, we saw some of these constellation, we saw some of these symbols, right? And we saw that they were actually, I think we saw that they were constellations, or did I remember that? Let's see. Let's take a look through. It's not in this book. And like I said, these books are mostly burned. You could tell the ones that aren't. That's what we saw. These are the symbols on those posts out there in front of those concrete pillars. They're constellations. Right? The goose, the arrow, the cross, and they correspond. Each one corresponds to a different constellation. Right? So what do we know about constellations? Well, we know we have a planetarium, right? And in the planetarium, there's a viewfinder. Sit in the chair, click that to bring the viewfinder down. What does the viewfinder have? Dates. So you set a date. Every time you set a date, oops, you get another constellation. Okay, date and time. Date and time. So let's take these dates, which are the key for the boat, right? And let's plug them in and see what constellations come up. October 11th, 1984. October 11. Jeez, it's pretty touchy. Oh, I see. You can. $1984. 10:04 a.m. Oops. All right, here we go. The first constellation that we see. Judging by memory, I would say that might look like the leaf, right? You can see the long points and the short points of the leaf here and here. And here's the long points. So let's step out of here and go confirm that in the library. I think it was this book. Yeah. Alright. That doesn't look the same. That's not it. That doesn't look the same. That's definitely not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. This might be it, but I don't think so. That's it for sure. It is the leaf. Alright, so let's go out there to those boxes and those pillars and turn that switch on. Red means that they're off, right? So we won't click them. We don't want to turn it on. We want to make sure it's off. 1, 2. It's really hard to get to the right box because when you click from one picture to the next, here we got the anchor, right? And then here we got the beetle or whatever. And then when you click back, you're not sure, but you think that's the anchor, that's the beetle, because you have no fluidity of movement. It's like, oh, which way are you actually pointing, you know? So then up here you got the snake, and then the last one, I hope this is the last one, and the eye, okay. A little difficult to know which one you're walking towards there. So we're looking for the leaf. That's the goose. I assume the goose is the... Let's go down to the bottom. The arrow is the very bottom. And I'm assuming the second one is over here. That one. That's the second one. There we go. And that's the one we're going to turn on, the leaf. Okay, let's turn that on. Alright, I think we're on our way here. And that's the cross. And that's the goose. Okay. So the second day we have, let's go to the planetarium and plug it in. Bring that viewfinder down, and we are looking at January 17th. $12:07. Oops. $5:46 a.m. Here we go. And the constellation is... Oh, I'm not sure. But It almost looks like the leaf again, but different. It's more upright. These could be the long points, the short point near the top, and these could be the short points. All right, different variation, different angle. This is probably going to be the cross. I'll bet you anything. So take a good mental note of this picture. There's extra stars on the cross at the top and the left. Here's the top, extra star there. Here's the left, extra stars here. The right is pretty much by itself, and the bottom is pretty much by itself. So the left and the top are busy. Let's go look at those constellations. Let's find that cross. We're going to confirm this in the library. Second book. It's not that one. It might be that one. The left's busy, but the top isn't. It's not the cross. The cross has one right in the center. The snake is the closest one. The left busy. The top doesn't show it busy, but it just may have omitted that extra action, those extra stars. And I remember there was a small one on the right, so I'm pretty sure it's the snake. It's not the eye, and I'd say it's not the anchor. Let's try the snake. Looks like our best guess. See, then it's like, I want to go for the second one, but I'm only looking at the third and the fourth. So you got to click here to find the second one. I think this is the second. And there's the snake. Let's click it. There we go. Turn it green. Now, if that's right, we only have one more date and time. November 23rd. $6:57 p. Oh, 97.91. 97.91. $6:57 p.m. And you click that button. Click that button, and what do we got? This, I don't know, this might be the cross. You have these two outstretched wings. You have this, looks like a Christmas tree here in the center. This one should be pretty easy to find. Just think about the Christmas tree with the two dots out there. So if we're right on all this, oh, we have to find this in the library. It's the beetle. The beetle. If we're right about this, clicking this beetle, I believe we're going to see this little model boat come out of the water, and you're probably going to hear it. And then I also believe that the big boat in the harbor is also going to rise. Here we go. Hold your breath and listen. There's a noise. Oh yeah. Aha. Yeah, we got that. Uh-huh. Oh, I even hear the water leaking out after it rose. Very good. Look at that. And we did it. We got this up and out of the water. And it is amazing that we got that so quick. And the big boat. And there's the secret that we want to take a look at. And again, I get on this boat a little tentatively. There's a door there, and there's nothing on this side. So the door is a place to go. Hopefully this doesn't teleport us. I think we actually have to click on a book to be teleported. Yes, there's a book there. And absorb the music and the drama and the spookiness. Oh, doesn't it just give you chills? The book to another world. And there's the video. We are not ready to click on that video. You can close this book. Let's take a look at this world, though. It's out in the water again with little rocky islands. Similar to the last world we went to. Maybe nearby. Makes you wonder if the two brothers each had their own little rocky island and they were at war with each other. One brother was in a fortress, and there's a little lighthouse there I see, and a ramp going up. Interesting. I can't quite make out what these things, what's going on. It looks like a lighthouse, and I don't know what's on the other island. I can't quite tell. Let's back out of this book, and I mean, wow, this is getting exciting. We're going to open up all these worlds and get them ready for transport, and then we're going to spend some time in that library and on the internet looking for other versions of these notes that we can condense and put on a desktop hard drive and have them more accessible. Because when you're in another world, you can't just come back here and read the book to find out the secret. You already have to know it. These books don't go with you, so we have to have the knowledge accessible. I'll try to get them. Somebody must have transposed these notes online somewhere, and we're going to get a hold of them, and we're going to save them to the computer and print them and keep them right here. So when we are in the other world, we are good to go. All right. Should we do a little more today? No, I think we did pretty good today. I think this is going to be the complete episode. I really hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is the Checkitdude signing out.